Chapter 5. We're going to be talking about sensation and perception. Perception is the process of integrating, organizing, and interpreting sensations. Sensation is the process of detecting a physical stimulus, such as a light. Sensory adaptation is the decline in sensitivity to a constant stimulus. Perceptual set is the influence of prior assumptions and expectations on perceptual interpretations. The senses have evolved to allow each animal to obtain essential information. Sensation is the bottom-up process by which the physical sensory system receives and represents stimuli. Perception is the top-down mental process of organizing and interpreting sensory input. The senses receive information and send it to the brain. People unconsciously detect subliminal information. Weber's law is a principle of sensation that holds that the size of the just noticeable difference will vary depending on the relation of the original stimulus. Sensory adaptation is the decline in sensitivity to constant stimulus. Perceptual set is the influence of prior assumptions and expectations on perceptual interpretations. Context effect is a tendency to recover information more easily when the retrieval occurs in the same setting as the original learning of information. Our experiences shape our view of reality. Light goes from the environment to the brain. Vision is processed in the occipital lobe. Light rays reflected from a candle pass through the cornea, pupil, and lens. The curve and thickness of the lens change to bring nearby or distant objects into focus on the retina. Rays from the top of the candle strike the bottom of the retina. Those from the left side of the candle strike the right side of the retina. The candle's image appears on the retina upside down and reversed. Your blind spot is on the nose of each side of the retina. Rods are sensitive to faint light. Cones are sensitive to detail and color. The temporal lobe recognizes faces. The temporal lobe recognizes faces. If your brain is damaged, you may not be able to perceive movement. One in 50 humans are colorblind. People organize information into an organized whole. We filter incoming information and construct our perceptions of the world. Gestalt psychology is a school of psychology that believes that our sensations are actively processed according to consistent perceptual roles that result in meaningful whole perceptions. Depth perception is the use of visual clues to perceive the distance of three-dimensional objects. Both eyes help in depth perception. Monocular clue is the distance or depth cues that can be processed by either eye alone. Perceptual constancy is the tendency to perceive objects, especially ones that are familiar, as constant and unchanging despite changes in sensory. Our perceptual knowledge is inborn to an extent. We learn through our experiences. There is a critical period for learning language. Sound waves compress and expand air molecules. Sound is measured in decibels. This picture exemplifies how sound works in our body. Hearing loss occurs when there is damage to cell receptors. People who lose hearing in one ear cannot detect where sound is coming from. Sense of touch is actually a mix of 4 distinct skin senses. Pain is where body meets mind. Hypnosis is cooperative interaction in which the patient responds to the hypnotist's suggestions with changes in perception, memory, and behavior. Information from the taste buds to the area between the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. Smell is a chemical sense. Kinesthetic sense is the sense of location and position of body parts in relation to one another. See the picture. See the chart.